The clock on the wall seemed to tick louder with every passing second, each echoing tick reverberating through the eerily silent office. It was a late Friday evening, and the building, usually bustling with activity, had been deserted for hours. Sarah, a diligent employee known for her unwavering dedication to her job, found herself trapped within the confines of the dimly lit office, her heart pounding in her chest. Earlier that day, an important project had kept Sarah occupied well into the night. She had lost track of time, and when she finally glanced at her watch, it was well past midnight. Panic had set in as she realized she was the only one left in the entire building. The once familiar hum of computers and distant chatter of colleagues had given way to an unsettling silence. Sarah tried to calm her racing thoughts, rationalizing that it was merely the result of exhaustion playing tricks on her. Gathering her belongings, she made her way to the elevator, hoping to make a swift exit, but as she pressed the call button, there was no response. The button remained stubbornly unlit, and the elevator doors refused to budge. A shiver ran down her spine as an eerie feeling crept over her. Sarah turned her attention to the stairwell, her only other means of escape. She stepped out into the dimly lit hallway, her footsteps echoing loudly in the quiet building. Each step seemed to amplify her sense of isolation. As she descended the staircase, the air grew colder, and a strange sense of dread intensified. On the ground floor, Sarah was met with an even more disturbing sight. The once welcoming lobby was cloaked in darkness. The security guard's desk sat empty, and the security cameras above were lifeless, their red recording lights extinguished. She reached for her phone to call for help, but the device refused to cooperate, displaying only a blank screen. Desperation gnawed at Sarah as she realized she was completely cut off from the outside world. She wandered back into the hallway, the dim emergency lights casting eerie shadows on the walls. She began to hear faint, distant whispers, the indistinct murmurs of a conversation that seemed to come from nowhere and everywhere at once. Her heart raced as she followed the whispers down the hallway, leading her to the entrance of the company's old storage room. The door was slightly ajar, and the voices grew louder as she cautiously pushed it open. What she saw inside sent a chill down her spine. The room, which had been used for storing old files and office supplies, was transformed into a nightmarish scene. Rows of flickering candles cast an eerie glow, revealing a circle of hooded figures surrounding a strange, otherworldly symbol etched onto the floor. In the center of the symbol lay a motionless body covered in a white sheet. Sarah gasped, unable to tear her eyes away from the disturbing tableau. Whispers in the room grew louder, and the hooded figures turned towards her in unison, their faces obscured by shadows. In that moment, she knew she had stumbled upon something beyond her comprehension. Fear and panic gripped her as she turned to flee, but the door slammed shut with a deafening bang, sealing her inside the room with the mysterious figures. The room grew colder, and the candles flickered wildly, casting dancing shadows that seemed to come to life. As Sarah's heart raced, she knew she had entered a nightmare from which there might be no escape. The true horror of the office had revealed itself, and she was trapped in its malevolent grip, surrounded by the unknown.